a really interesting video today, especially if you love airsoft and MACV SOG history. Stay tuned and you'll find out what's in this box. This is one of the few US made weapons that MACV SOG actually carried, even though they were sterilized as far as the serial numbers and things like that, markings that would have said made in the United States, that kind of thing. But this is airsoft. This is 6mm, and I'm going to break down how it was made. The first thing that you're probably going to notice is this symbol here, and this is the Wolverine forged symbol. So this lower is from a Wolverine forged MTW. This lower is stock as far as it would have came from Wolverine. All the internals are the same. This is an A2 grip that has been A1'd, so it's had that middle piece removed there and then sanded down a little bit, retextured to where it looks like it's meant to be that way. I'm running the 20 round Vietnam mags in this. These are steel. Those are really nice. They come from Clover Airsoft. I have changed this selector to the billet selector that Wolverine carries, so it is a single-sided selector. There is no two sides to it. The forge comes with a ambidextrous selector, but I took that off, swapped it out. The pins are the same. The only thing that's really changed with the lower is this and the grip. So this is a straight trigger guard. It comes with a polymer trigger guard that's kind of curved. I removed that. The buffer tube has remained the same, but now has a CAR15 stock. So now we'll talk about the upper a little bit. So this is a 601 upper, or slick-sided. There's no forward assist, there's no brass deflector. This is just like the original M16, not the M16A1, but the original M16, just like the original XM177s would have had. This has a decorative dust cover. This does not work because it does not work with the Inferno. The internals have stayed the same as far as the MTW goes. This is the Inferno Gen 2, which is a great engine. This is the CNC hot body, which comes standard in the forged. This is running a 10-inch inner barrel. Other than that, these uppers are pretty much ready to put an engine in and stick on a lower. You do have to modify the rear lug quite a bit, and then sometimes you do have to work the faux gas tube into the upper. I also had to attach the rear sight because that does not come on a stripped upper. This is a mixture of parts. The delta ring assembly is made from pieces of a real delta ring, which is this part here, and then the actual barrel nut and stuff are AEG, which is surprising that it fits a real steel upper. The handguard itself is reproduction. It's not real, but it is a real steel part. This is an AEG front sight gas block. This has been drilled and pinned onto an MTW barrel, and then this is a moderator that came from EVIC, and this is a really nice moderator. It's all steel, very heavy. The last thing that I would like to talk about on this gun is this sling that I built. What was printed on this sling that I've made is US Marine Corps suspenders. I'm not entirely sure why they were individual pieces. I haven't looked into that, but it was a neat piece. They were kind of worse for wear, so I cut it up and sewed up the ends, if you can see that there, so I could put a piece of paracord in there. I know that it would not have been tied onto the barrel like this. It probably would have been tied onto the front sight up here, or it would have been tied on down here. But for airsoft, it's good enough. This is probably the neatest build that I have done in airsoft. I did a sort of Gordy carbine version of the CAR15 about a year ago, and from that point on I was hooked on carry handle uppers. So it's all downhill from there. So this has been my XM177 build. I look forward to using it as a MACV SOG in upcoming MilSim games. So stay tuned for some of that video.